Hey guys, it's Athena, and today I want to talk to you about how I got unrestricted from sugar. These are some of my favorite tips and hacks for how I banished those crazy drug addict-like cravings to sugar, and I used to binge like crazy. We're talking cake, cookies, chocolate, licorice, all in one sitting until I was absolutely sick. So I had a big problem with sugar, but I managed to get off sugar for good. It's been 10 years and I lost 44 pounds, 20 kilos over the last couple years. So these are what work for me. I am not a nutritionist, so obviously you need to do your own research and make your own decisions about what works for you, but these are just some things that worked, so I wanted to share them in case you're struggling with that little sugar monster that's inside of you. So the first thing to point out is that there is hidden sugar in everything. So read labels, see what the sugar content is. It's in processed foods, it's in dressings, it's in fast foods, and also dairy. So if you're still consuming dairy and you're trying to cut sugar out, that is one of the things that has hidden sugar in it. So that's one thing to think about giving up. But in terms of like my tips and tricks and hacks, one thing that really helped me, and it's something I still do to this day, is have a tablespoon of coconut oil in the morning. So the woman that I learned this trick from is actually a researcher. She really knows her stuff. There's all these reasons why it's good for you to have fats and science around it. I'm not going to try to spout that, but I do know that this worked for me when I started implementing it. So she recommended to just have a tablespoon in the morning. I thought it was absolutely disgusting, but I did it anyway. And then this bulletproof coffee phase came out and I was like, oh my God, I could put it in my coffee. So I actually put a tablespoon in my coffee in the morning. The texture and the consistency can be super weird. So I use one of these guys. 15 bucks, it's a little stick blender, or you can throw the coffee and the coconut oil in your blender and get it all mixed up. And actually it's a really nice consistency. It's nice and nutty. So I really enjoy it now. If you are not on the coconut oil bandwagon, you can also look at MCT oil. So that's medium chain triglycerides. It's meant to be good for you in all these ways. I'll let you look up the reasons why, but this supposedly helps you curb your sugar cravings, and it's worked for me. So another tip that is not really talked about that much is dehydration. So in the afternoon, when you start getting like cravings for munchies, or you're feeling like sluggish, your body wants energy, so it'll start craving sugar. It might be dehydrated. So one of the best things you can do is just grab a glass of water. Now, can't hurt. So if you're having a craving, grab a glass of water and see if that helps you. And then the last thing that I started doing ages ago and it really helped me was grabbing a small handful of almonds when I was having like a really bad sugar craving. So for whatever reason, eating some almonds really helped to satiate me and get me through that feeling like, oh my God, I'm gonna kill someone if I don't get some sugar. A handful of almonds is good. Some other tips too for you: don't keep it in the house. Throw everything out, because when it's there and you get a craving, you know you're gonna make a beeline for it. So before you go to the store, make your list, get in there, get the things you need, and get out. And if you can get through the shopping trip without buying sugar, it's so much easier when you get home and you don't have that temptation there. Give yourself that gift of not torturing yourself, worrying about that thing that's in the cabinet that you know you shouldn't have, but it's there. Like, why do we do this to ourselves? So just get rid of it. Also, diet soda, sugar-free stuff, they put artificial sweeteners in there. It still tastes sweet to your brain, so your brain thinks it's getting a sugar hit. Now, I found that the cravings were crazy when I was drinking diet soda many years ago. So I don't drink anything like that anymore. I don't do any of the light, any of the sugar-free. So my taste for sweet things has gone down. So occasionally I will indulge in a dessert or something. I had a dessert company for 4.5 years, but nothing crazy. So 10 years now, I've basically been able to banish my sugar cravings. So those are my tips for you. Just to recap: coconut oil in the morning, or MCT oil, depending on what you prefer, drinking water, and a handful of almonds. And make sure you don't keep that stuff in the house, and cut out any artificial sweeteners from your diet, and also make sure you're looking at processed foods. So I hope that helps you. I know how hard it is, that little sugar demon inside of you. So let us know in the comments how you get on with it, and if you have any tips or tricks yourself that have helped you banish the cravings for sugar. So I'm Athena, that's how I got unrestricted from sugar, and I'll see you next time.